Welcome into I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. This is week 10 in the NFL. This is our week 10 picks episode. Tyson and I are coming to you hopefully with some winners because I gotta take my lumps this week, Tyson. You continue to carry the show.
I'm getting closer, though, to cooling off pretty heavily. I'm skating by from the skin of my teeth in some of these.
I'm not going to lie. I hated last week. I forced too many plays like an idiot, like a classic square, but we don't hide. Here's our recap. Let's take a look. I went 2-5. Play of the week at home, so that's nice. I mean, goodness, I feel like I haven't hit one of those in a millennium. Eagles team total over 27.5. That was plus money. Really, only thing that saved me. Shout out Joe Flacco, plus 11. Bucks plus 14.5. Teaser gets home. Little primetime action teaser there. Let's talk about the winners or the losers. I mean, Cowboys Falcons over 51.5. Hilarious loss. I mean, I was shocked that they didn't get home. Dak Prescott getting hurt didn't help. Rams Seahawks over 47.5. That wasn't even close. So that was just the wrong side. Stupid of me. And Bagels tees to -1. Browns up to 7.5. That was bad. I mean, just a bad Jameis Winston game. Couldn't believe that was the action we got at home, especially off a big win. Just gross. I try to get a little cute. Tyreek Hill, 100+ receiving yards. I can't. I'm not touching him ever. He's just not involved in this offense. 6 yards in the first half. Effing joke. F. McDaniel. That was horrible game planning. And then A.J. Brown, 100+, got injured. So, what are you going to do there?
No, and I'm right there with you. I went 2-3. I've been on a roll here of at least keeping my head above water. This is my first negative week in a while. -1.3 units for me. I had Bengals -6.5, no sweater. Vikings -5. I was a little bit nervous for like a half, really. I thought the Vikings were going to start fast, and they did the opposite to me. I didn't know that was possible from this team. My play of the week, A.J. Brown, 100+ yards. He got hurt, like Brad said. I don't know necessarily if we're going to get there based on the way the game was going before that point, but with a guy like that, it only takes one. Bears money line wasn't even close, and then Seahawks money line. I'm not even mad losing to Matt Stafford the way that he just diced up that defense to end the game. That's just one of those where you tip your cap.
Yeah, that was sick. That ending was sick. So, and I should have said Tyson shouted himself out for the units down this week. I was down 3.08. Normally, I'm not hiding anything, folks, because we got just has not been a good year for me, as you will see now. I'm down. Let me switch over the tabs here. 14.74 on the year. I just can't get anything going. This is frustrating. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Tyson's up 1.86. And so as a podcast, we're down 12.88. I'm letting the team down here. So I got to get my stuff together. We still got a long season, a longer schedule. So hopefully this is the turning point. And Tyson, with that being said, let's get into it.
It's money-making time.
You got the tee box, man. You got the tee box. If I keep performing like this, I'm never going to get it.
It feels like we're playing together again. I mean, we're 1,000 miles apart right now, but some things never change. I'm just kidding. Brad's a better golfer than me. My team, or my play of the week here, but it's going to be Eagles team total over here. I'm going with the 26.5 number, plus 100 on DraftKings. I think this team can score 4 touchdowns. I think they can essentially dictate the way that they want to do it against this Cowboys defense. I'm scared of over a touchdown spread. Really, I don't care that it's Cooper Rush. It's a divisional game and weird things happen, but I do think the Eagles can put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm going to tick this up a point for my play of the week. Eagles team total over 27.5, going back to the back. That's plus 140 on FanDuel. So I understand where Tyson's coming from with the 26.5. It feels like, 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, a couple field goals, that could certainly be in play. I just don't know how this Cowboys defense is going to stop the Eagles offense. Like, I know people are making a joke about, the Sirianni thing and these teams, Eagles start slow and all this. This is a matchup that they should dominate. I mean, you got undisciplined secondary and a team that cannot stop the run. Come on. I mean, and a backup quarterback in a rush doesn't really take adverse risks. So I don't know if we're going to necessarily see some turnovers or anything like that, but I think the Eagles can score at will. So knock on wood, we're both going with the Eagles team total here.
And we're getting into the divisional part of the season, Brad, kind of the meat and the potatoes. And in these games, it's terrifying to do anything over a touchdown. That's why I'm on the Broncos, getting over a touchdown here, plus 7.5 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's 0-4 this season when the spread is more than 7 points in their favor. They're obviously winning those football games, but they're not winning them by more than a touchdown. I think that holds true here. I think that if you didn't watch the Broncos-Ravens game a week ago and you just looked at box scores, you might be a little bit more encouraged than losing 41-10. That's not exactly what you want to see out of this group before this happens. But I do think that their defense is good enough to slow Kansas City's offense down to the point where we could see a 21 14 game.
Pat Surtain on DeAndre Hopkins. Can anybody slow down Travis Kelce? And I think you got a chance. Honestly, I was looking at this. I was thinking about putting that in a teaser, but didn't get over the key number 14.5. So I stayed away. But I kind of like the Broncos here. I can't believe Tyson's backing his boy Sean Payton. That's music to my ears.
Somebody's got to do it. I mean, Dennis Allen got fired. The world's a better place.
My next play here, I'm going to another team total. Bills team total 26.5. That's plus 105 on DraftKings. Who are we playing this week? Oh, my boy, Gus Bradley. Now, I got to admit, pretty good last week against the Vikings, coming off of bye and old Kevin O'Connell. But you're playing Sam Bradford. I know you got Justin Jefferson over there, and that's fine, but you're playing Josh Allen. You're playing the big boys this week.
Sam Darnold, put some respect. Put some respect on Darnold.
Well, I said Sam Bradford. It's the Gus Bradley. My name's Brad. Yeah, I guess got the Brads going on here. So sorry, Sam Darnold. But now you're playing Josh Allen, and it's in the dome too. So the Bills. This is a high-powered offense. They want to throw the football. They want to run the rock. Let's get out of Buffalo for the week. Let's go to Indy and let's get into this dome where we see points getting scored. I think they attack this cover 3. Another week of Amari Cooper in this offense. Expect big things. I think they're going to score a ton of points here, so I'm taking the over 26.5 team total.
The Bills have like a weird wrist injury bug going around. It's Keon Coleman now out for a couple of weeks. Amari Cooper missed last week. Might be a little Khalil Shakir game, our boy here on the show. My next play, I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team total over. It's a 20.5 on DraftKings minus 122. I know that the 49ers, they should win this game by 100 points. But that doesn't mean that Tampa Bay at home can't score 3 touchdowns against a defense that I think is a little bit overrated. I do think they're going to have to play keep up at some points in this game. We'll see if Christian McCaffrey full go as Kyle Shanahan coach speak, or if that's actually going to happen. No matter what, just having him on the field is going to be a boon for this 49ers offense, and it's going to make the Bucs have to just put the ball in the end zone. This might be my McMillan game.
Hell yeah, that would be vindication. Tyson. Boy, oh boy, I hate myself for doing this, but this number is just ridiculous. Jags plus 7 at home. I mean, I'm just looking here. I just don't think, and we have not been kind to the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, Tyson. Because it is a complete dumpster fire. And the Minnesota Vikings have been good. Their defense is scary. They're going to blitz Trevor Lawrence. If Trevor Lawrence can handle it, they're going to have a good shot to win the game. 7 at home here. The Vikings are coming down after a primetime game against the Colts. They got to go into Jacksonville on the road. Jags are coming off the game against the Eagles. I think that we may actually see a good performance here from Jacksonville. That second half felt like they got a little bit more confidence to them. I thought if they would have played in the first half like they did throughout the entire game, Doug Peterson would not be the head coach today. But the fact that they had a chance to win the game late, I think that gives the Jags a little bit of confidence. Like, all right, let's just get that out of our system. Let's get back home. Let's try to put together a good effort. And if Trevor Lawrence can stand up to the pressure, maybe get some hot routes going, Trevor Etienne, in the short dump-off game, get him involved. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jeez.
Too many of them.
The ETN boys are in my head. I think the Jags can stay in this one. So 7 points at home is a little ridiculous to me.
My next one here, you're sending the 2 worst offenses in the NFL essentially right now overseas, and you're having them play. Sorry to Germany, I don't know why they want to do this to you, but I'm going under in the New York Giants Carolina Panthers game for my next play. That number's 40.5 sitting on DraftKings. This is not a slight against Bryce Young or Daniel Jones or Chuba Hubbard or Malik Neighbors or Brian Daboll or Dave Canales. It's a slight at all of them. I think that both of these offenses stink, and you're going to send them overseas. I don't imagine much points being scored here. The only thing I'm afraid of is maybe the Giants' defense gets a couple in the end zone.
Oh, geez. I was going to say the other way. I was going to say the defense is bad, so they're mad actually move the ball. But I'll break that down. I got an angle in this game, Tyson. And Darius Slayton potentially out
concussion.
Yeah, I believe so. So I just saw it on TikTok.
Is it a Theo Johnson game?
I hope so, dude. Penn State tight ends eaten so far. My next play, Falcons Saints over 46 minus 112. How about a little boost? Dennis Allen's gone, the Wicked Witch of the West, out. Come on, we're going to have a little fun in the Saints locker room. Now, unfortunately, Kendre Miller is on the IR. He got screwed over. I mean, completely ridiculous. I mean, we were making a joke about it, honestly. And then we get a notification after our episode that Kendre Miller basically screwed over by Dennis Allen on the way out. You can't make it up. But this Falcons offense is legit. Like Kirk Cousins is continues to get better off his Achilles injury. This Saints defense is not the same. They just traded away Marshawn Lattimore. I think the running attack for the Falcons is going to be able to eat here. Passing attack is going to be able to attack the secondary. And on the flip side, this Falcons defense isn't very good either. So the Saints, I think, let's be creative. Let's just go out and do different things. Dennis Allen's not here to oversee. We're going to have some other stuff going on. Derek Carr, let's see what we can do. Just throwing the football around. Alvin Kamara, let's get in the end zone. I think we're going to see some more fun stuff. I think there's going to be points in the Bayou.
Dude, I don't think I care about anything in my life as much as Dennis Allen hates Kendre Miller. I can't.
Crazy.
Like from beyond the grave, he screws the guy over for 4 weeks. That's just ridiculous. my last play here for me. You call this team a house of cards all the time. I don't care what you call them. I call them a damn good defense. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to walk in to Washington, D.C. here and win the football game. I know that Washington's been awesome, and they've been just scoring a ton of points, running no huddle, all this stuff. I think that Pittsburgh can put a stop to some of this. And Jaden Daniels, coming out of college, it was like this guy gets sacked at an inordinate rate, and we haven't seen that to this point necessarily in the NFL. But they also haven't played very good pass rush defenses to this point either. And in those games, he's been electric, but none of those teams have T.J. Watt. I think that this could be an opportunity for the Steelers defense to just put the clamps down, and the offense does just enough to win, because for as much love as we've given this Washington offense, the defense still leaves something to be desired.
Tyson, I only call the Steelers a house of cards because my boy Russ Wilson wasn't the starter yet. So I'm taking an angle in this game, and I've got two teasers. One, I'm going to call it the don't suck teaser. Steelers +9, 49ers -0.5. That's -120 on DraftKings. So I agree with you. This defense to me sets up perfectly to kind of confuse and befuddle Jaden Daniels. Now, right, like you said, the offense has been fun. It's been awesome. But this is how the Steelers just dominate rookie QBs. Put pressure on from all angles. Dominate the offensive line. Dominate the trenches. And on the flip side, like you said, Russ Wilson. Now we got another weapon in Mike Williams. I don't know if he's going to be active for this. But George Pickens is, come to life. Najee Harris looks really good in the run game. Jaylen Warren being a good little back that complements him. This is a legit team, the Steelers, right now. Now, it could come falling down with Russ. Maybe he is the house of cards. Maybe he's still just holding it up, and all of a sudden we get screwed here and the Commanders keep rolling. But I like this leg here for the Steelers. And on the flip side, 49ers, Christian McCaffrey is going to be back. He's going to be activated. This Bucs defense in the running game, you want to talk about Swiss cheese. Holy smokes. Vita Vea, is he the only guy that can stop the run? I mean, just run away from him. It seems like you're good. I mean, Levante David's still a guy, but he's turned into more of a jag than a legit dude. So I think the 49ers are going to win this game. That's -120 on DraftKings, get the Steelers up to 9, and the 49ers just have to win by 1+.
I think you should rename that run the ball parlay, because that's how both the teams win the football game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to workshop these names for you. I think you might like this one. This is the clinch your cheeks teaser. Oh. Bears to pick them. Panthers up to 12.5, -120 on DraftKings. Bears down this. They're better than the Patriots. They're going to win this football game. Like, they have to. The defense is way better. It's against a rookie QB. I know Eberflus is kind of a slap, but there's too many good guys on that Bears defense for him not to be able to dial something up, not to get pressure on the rookie, not to have him force mistakes. And on the flip side, it's going to be cold in Chicago. I mean, God, you would think, right? It just play physical, run the football. Caleb Williams, make life easy on your rookie. Throw him some slants to Keenan Allen. Like on the last drive when it was just like, dude, let's just get you in a rhythm. What do you know? The kid looked like the number 1 overall pick. Why don't we try that from the beginning? So I think we see that here. Gerard Mayo, good defensive mind, so that could come into play. But there's too much talent, I think, on the Bears' offensive side of the football for them not to win this game. Plus, I like their defense. On the flip side, Panthers up to 12.5. Quietly, Bryce Young, these past 2 games, is starting to look pretty good, I gotta say. Now it's 2 games back. I don't really think you can say the film thing. Everybody's got film on this kid. He played for a whole year, and early part of this season. But Tyson, he's starting to figure out this Canales thing. I mean, he's stepping into the ball. It kind of looks a little bit like last year with Baker, where everything's going to the corners, kind of soft stuff across the middle. You find your targets in the middle of the field, kind of roll him out of the pocket. And I think that's his strength. You can't just sit him back there. What do we see with these short quarterbacks? Kyler, Baker, Russ. You know where they're most effective? When they're moving their feet, when they're outside the pocket. Get this kid outside the pocket and comfortable. And I think we're going to see that against this Giants defense, who still leaves much to be desired. Panthers have to block. We know there's a ton of sacks from the Giants defense. That can probably come. But as long as Bryce Young doesn't turn the football over, I think the Panthers can stay in this number.
I think you're heavily discounting how funny it would be if Caleb Williams lost to the number 2 and number 3 draft pick in the span of 3 weeks. Like, the discourse is going to be hilarious.
Oh, that really would. Maybe I should call this the number 1 pick.
Yeah, back to back.
Oh man! All right, well that's it for me. I mean, so what do you think of the card this week? I need your advice. I just need to run everything by you before I play. Apparently.
Oh, that's how we're rocking the other way in college football. But any and all picks that we have in college football or the NFL or the NBA or the NHL or whatever other sport you can think of will be in the Discord app. The group name is I Said What I Said. The link is in the bio. Nice little community of people. We've got some people staying hot in there. We got some people getting ready to turn it around. We got my favorite tab is the long shot slips because I got to know what to tail. I'm trying to get rich.
Hopefully hit some bomb skis. Make up for my NFL picks have just been dreadful this season. So hopefully this is a turnaround week. Like, subscribe, and share the show. We don't just do gambling content and picks. We break down football. That's our bread and butter. And every episode or every early week, we talk about what happened in the NFL, what happened in college football. So subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Smash the like button on the way out. Share it with a friend. Share it with an enemy. We appreciate your guys' support if you've been with us from day one. If you're just tuning in, love to have you here. We're here for the entire football season. I know, God, I can't believe it. Like, kind of getting to the end here. It's sad to say, but we appreciate you guys for being here from the beginning, and we hope we turn our stuff around on this front show, at least for me. But we'll be back next week. Hope you enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you guys then. Peace.